On the dividend news, let's go ahead and start off with the bad news, which is, guys, that after 52 years of increases, Leggett & Platt now cut its dividend by over 89.1% to 5 cents quarterly. So we saw this one coming. I definitely got out of the stock, but this was actually going to be one of the stocks out of the 3 companies that I was going to cover for the month of May that typically raised their dividend. Unfortunately, sorry for all the shareholders for Leggett & Platt. But on the good side, guys, if you are an Apple shareholder, they did announce a dividend hike of 4.2% to 25 cents quarterly. They also announced buybacks, which was a huge amount. I believe it was 110 billion, which is insane. And then if we do look, this is their 12th consecutive year of dividend increases. We also have RTX, which hiked its dividend by 6.8% to 63 cents quarterly. We also have American Waterworks Company, which hiked its dividend by 8.1%. This is actually their 16th year of dividend increases. And the third to last one we got, guys, is Paychex, which hiked its dividend by 10%. And then you guys got a massive dividend hike from IBM by 0.6% to $1.67 quarterly. This is actually their 29th year of consecutive dividend increases. Not a huge grace here, guys, but you know, if you are an IBM shareholder, they raised something instead of cutting it. And then the last one we do have here, guys, is HVT, which raised its dividend by 6.7%. This is 12 consecutive annual dividend increases. They've actually been paying dividends since 1935. What's up, everybody? This is Antonio here to bring you episode 237 of the portfolio update. So you guys already know it's Sunday. It's time to go over the portfolio, what we bought, what we sold, what dividends came in, if we placed any options, if we had to manage any, and in general, how much we grew the dividend snowball. Because you guys already know, every single Sunday we come back, we kick off these scripts. Right now we are projected, I guess we typically try to aim for a monthly basis in dividends, how much we're projected to make or how much the portfolio is projected to make in passive income. We're converting our active income into passive income. So we're going to our 9-to-5 job, using that money to invest into the portfolio, which then the portfolio is starting to produce passive income where I don't have to actually work for it. So slowly but surely we will eventually get to the point where our portfolio is generating enough passive income that we could actually live off of it. But we got to stay focused, disciplined, and you know, every single Sunday I show you guys my trades, what we bought, what dividends came in. By the end of this video, we should actually see this way higher because I did actually buy $6,000 worth of stocks this past week, and it's gonna be very exciting. I will also be going over 2 companies that are expected to potentially announce a dividend hike in the month of May, so definitely stick around. I'll be covering that. But as you guys already know, annual dividends for 2024 right now, we are at $2,261.96. This will probably decrease over the couple months because we did actually, you know, reorganize my portfolio into a little bit more growth for the long term, which I think it'll pay off for future selves. If we do look at quarterly dividends, we are actually going to start Q2 2024. I actually got the last dividends from JP Morgan and Altria, so I'll be making a video covering how much we made for the month of April. So it'll probably be maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Hopefully I can get some time and record that for you guys. And then on the options premium, guys, for the month of April, if I could show you, we made $716.38, which on a rate of return, this is on my money invested, we're so far at 3.53%, which that is great. That's just a cherry on top. Definitely just extra income on top of the dividends, on top of the growth that we can reinvest and accumulate more shares. And then if I do show you guys here the goals, which we do try to stay disciplined, we have goals so we can stay focused. The first one is more to my channel, which is to reach 20,000 subscribers. So if you're new to the channel or a returning viewer that hasn't subscribed, consider subscribing with the bell notification. It's completely free as well. If you guys wouldn't mind, drop a big thumbs up on the video. It goes a long way. Definitely appreciate it. And you know, it costs you nothing. But goal number 2, guys, is to try to get our portfolio to generate about $425 per month in dividends on average. So we're trying to aim for that. We'll see what happens by the end of the year. We still have quite a couple months to try to achieve that. We're way below 400 now that we reorganized our portfolio into more aggressive growing dividend companies that we won't see the benefit until maybe 5 to 10 years from now. And then goal number 3 is to reach $126,000 invested of my own money. Right now we're at $121,826. We have a little bit more to go. I think we're chipping away at it every single week, and we'll eventually get to it. This is definitely within my control. I'm gonna make sure that this goal gets achieved. And then goal number 4, guys, is to dollar cost average $100 into the portfolio. This is no matter what the market's doing, what the portfolio is doing, we're gonna continue to at least every time put at least $100 into the portfolio. And then we have goal number 5 is to drip an additional $25 every time a company in my portfolio is about to go ex-dividend date. This just allows me to force myself to contribute more into the portfolio because my future self will be thankful for this. And it also allows me to meet the ex-dividend date, which we collect a little bit more crumbs, which is not a big deal right now, but those little crumbs do add up because they will get paid out this quarter, and then the following quarter those little crumbs do drip a little bit more, and slowly but surely the little snowball does start compounding more and more as we go. So that's why I did this. Last year I was doing $100, but you know, I have some subscribers that actually do $5, $10. You know, you could do this with whatever you feel comfortable, but it's a goal that you want to stick to. And you know, make sure you consider how much you have you make on a weekly basis and see how much you can contribute. Because for me in this portfolio, I only add money that I know I cannot touch from 10 to 20 years from now, unless it's a super expensive emergency, which I typically have another account that I try to pull from that, but this one's kind of like off limits for me. And then we have goal number 6, guys. This is to average about $100 per month selling options. We're definitely way above that. We'll see what we end up by the end of the year. We have quite a couple months. And then goal number 7 is to actually get SCHD to 1,000 shares. I think we're over 800 shares, so we're slowly getting there. I actually need to purchase some next week because I'm trying to buy a share every week, so we'll see how long that takes us. And then if I do show you guys here the options right now for the year, we're at $4,305.61. We've collected selling options, extra premium on top that has probably already been reinvested into the portfolio, starting to work for us passively. And then if I show you the dividend payout, we have a couple companies. We do have actually MasterCard, which we didn't actually purchase before the ex-dividend date, so we're not actually going to get paid for that one. And then we have Costco, which we did meet the ex-dividend date. We have a couple other companies here that are going to go ex-dividend dates, and you'll see that Costco did do a raise of 13%. Very, very low dividend yield, guys, but awesome raises when they do happen every year. So that is what I'm doing with these great companies. And let's go ahead and actually jump over to the portfolio so we can show you guys what we ended up doing, how it performed. So I'll see you guys over there. Alright guys, so as you'll see here, guys, the portfolio is at $241,033.58. The 100-day change is actually up $4,418.84, which is about 1.87%. On the year-to-date change, that's $15,571.84, which is about 6.91%. That's on the year-to-date. If we look at the 1 month, we're actually up on the change by about $3,402. So that's pretty good. We're up, and that's awesome to see. Actually, I would actually like to see it down because you get to purchase these great companies at a cheaper price, and I'm planning to hold them for a long time, so they should be more valuable then. So if I do show you guys here the positions, you can kind of see that on gains, total gains were up by $22,147.37, which is about 10.19%. And then you'll see that available cash, we are at $1,630.31. So we have a little bit of money to make some more purchases next week or the following week. If we do see a small pullback or a large pullback, I am ready to go. I also have about $18,000 in the US Treasuries, which I also have available to deploy into the portfolio for these great companies. But you'll see that we have all of these companies right now. We actually are trying to accumulate more and more, slowly but surely. And then guys, SCHD, you'll see we have about 821 shares. We actually are up on this position now, and we want to accumulate. We still have about 179 shares to go to achieve our goal, and hopefully we can get to it. US Treasury, Schwab's US Treasury, which we have about $18,000 invested in this. We really need to make some of this money go into SCHD, which I need to place some cash secure puts. But this money is available, earning us about a 5% risk-free almost, or very low to no risk. And you know, we're getting a 5%, and then I can sell cash secure puts and pull from this whenever I do get assigned to cover my positions. But that's a great strategy I've been doing so far. And then if we do look at the performance, you'll see that we're up by $37,293.47, which is about 18.55%. And then if I show you guys here on the investment income, we are projected to make $4,403.22 in the next 12 months. On the it actually averages out to about $366.93. If we do look on June, we're projected to make about $841.12. July, $77.79. Very, very low there. And then for actually August, $181.89. Typically my heaviest month is always the third month of the quarter, which we get paid the most. And then if I show you guys here the history, you'll see that I actually do have it to start from April 28th, 2024 all the way till the 5th of May, which is on Sunday, Cinco de Mayo. And then if we scroll to the very bottom, guys, we can go ahead and get started. So on the 29th of April, I did actually do a lot of purchases this past week. So on the 29th, I did buy Google, bought 4 shares, guys. I spent about $673, and then I also bought on the 29th, I bought some Meta, bought 2 shares, spending about $872.96. And then also that same exact day, I did buy some Nvidia, so I bought about half a share. That way I could go over to about 1 full share of Nvidia. So whenever it does pay out the massive dividend that it does pay, it actually is able to drip back into itself, which I'm joking about the massive dividend that they do pay out. They pay out such a small dividend. But if we do look at the 29th as well, we did buy some more Google. I saw Google pulling back a bit, so bought 2 more shares, spent about $334.18. And then Google kept dropping, so I bought another 2 more shares, spent about $333. And then we look at Meta, bought 2 more shares at $863.56. And then MasterCard at $457, spent about 1 full share. We actually got some Schwab dividend payment, so made about a massive 60 cents there. That'll be going into dividends. And then we got the last dividend payment from JP Morgan before we sold out, because we met the ex-dividend date. They paid us $51.76. And then as well, Altria, our last dividend from Altria since we actually sold out. And this is our last dividend, and we got paid $169.35. I'm no longer invested in these 2 companies, Altria and JP Morgan, so we potentially won't even actually be receiving any dividends in the first month of every quarter, except the US Treasury, and until we actually fully sell out of that one as well. But on the 30th, guys, I did buy some Microsoft. Microsoft actually pulled back some, so I actually bought $125 worth of Microsoft. There was a fractional share there. I bought some Google. They were trading around $165, bought $125. Same thing for Meta. We bought $125 of Meta. Same thing for MasterCard, bought $125. And then on the 1st of May, I deposited $100 because we have that goal to dollar cost average into the portfolio no matter what the market's doing. And then we did actually buy 3 shares of MasterCard. MasterCard dropped. They went to $440-ish, so we bought $1,320 worth of it. And then I wrapped it up on the week by buying 1 more share of Google at $163. And that kind of wrapped it up. let's go ahead and see how much we collected in dividends this past week, guys. So I'll show you guys that. If you click calculate dividends, this is a script I do have. It's completely available for free. All I ask in return is that you subscribe with the notification and you drop a big thumbs up on my video. But let's go ahead and click on it. And we made $221.11, guys, passively this past week. How cool is that? And this amount will be going back into more equities, which next quarter they will be paying us even more. So very, very awesome seeing this growth. But let's go ahead and jump over to the two companies that are expected to announce or potentially announce a dividend raise in the month of May. We'll see if they do. But the first one, guys, is ticker symbol AMT, American Tower Corporation, currently trading about $181.74. I am in the dividend summary scorecard of Seeking Alpha. If we do look, they are in the real estate, they are a REIT, and then on the dividend yield, they do have a 3.58% annual payout. They pay you $6.51. Payout ratio is 62.45%. And then on the 5-year CAGR, they've actually been growing their dividends by about 14.55% the past 5 years. Dividend growth has been over 11 years. Dividend frequency, they do pay out quarterly, and they pay you $1.62. If we do look at the dividend history, I can kind of show you guys. I believe they actually didn't raise their dividend the past quarter. I believe they actually declined it some. But if we do look, typically every quarter they do raise their dividend, but it looks like they pulled back. We'll see what happens this next month. I'll be interested in seeing the results. But if we look from last year on the 5th, or I guess May 25th, 2023, and May 19th, 2022 is when they typically announce their dividend. So I'll be surprised if they cut the dividend some or they raise it some. We'll see what happens, but they've typically been raising their dividend every single quarter. But let's go ahead and move on to the second one, guys, which is ticker symbol CLX, the Clorox company, trading about $138.23. They've been off lately, so they are in the consumer staples. They've been actually a dividend yield of 3.47%, annual payout $4.80, payout ratio $79.60, and then the 5-year CAGR very, very low, 4.56%, and they've been paying their dividend, or they've been growing their dividend over 46 years, and they do pay out quarterly. They pay $1.20. This one is a little bit weirder on the dividend history because if we actually look, last year they changed it to around July, so around the 3rd quarter is when they raised their dividend. So they're paying the 2nd quarter $1.18, and then on the 3rd quarter they raised it to $1.20. The same thing for 2022, $1.16 on the 2nd quarter, on the 3rd quarter $1.18. And then if we look, so on the 3rd quarter, that one typically was announced around July 27, 2023. If we do look at 2022, July 12th, 2022, so they were increased it to July. But if we do look, go back in 2021, they were doing June 2nd, 2021, and then in 2020 they did May 19th, 2020, and then 2019 May 20th, 2019. So they were paying or announcing that dividend around May, then they went to June, then they went to July. So I figured I would go ahead and include that now in case they do plan to do it in May. But potentially we'll see a dividend hike from Clorox, maybe not, we'll see what happens. But those are the two companies, guys. May won't be a very busy month for dividend hikes. And then if we go ahead and jump over to the Google Sheets, I can show you how much we grew the dividend snowball, guys, this past week from all the purchases we did. So I'll see you guys over there. All right, guys, so we're here at the dashboard. I already have a copy of this over here, so we can kind of see how much we grew the dividend snowball. Again, on the options premium, for the month of May right now, we are at $0. I actually did not place a trade this past week. On the rate of return, we are at 3.53%. And then if we do show you the options, you'll see that this past week we've made $0. We still have about 4 weeks in the month of May that we would consider for that month, and hopefully we can get a little bit of premium this past, or I guess this month, and we'll see what happens. If I do show you guys here the dividend payout, we do have a couple companies that will be paying out dividends. So this is organized by pay date. If I do show you guys here on the portfolio tools, you click get latest dividends. This will get wiped. It'll go out and see if any more of my companies announce dividends. I do have this tutorials available for free. All I ask in return, guys, is that you're subscribed with that notification. You help out the channel by dropping a big thumbs up on the videos. But guys, it looks like we did get a couple companies. We got Apple, which they did announce that dividend raise. It did pick it up. We have Lockheed Martin, and we have Google, Microsoft, Visa, and we have Costco as well, which is going to be really awesome. And yeah, if we go over here to settings, guys, we'll go ahead and get rid of this. If we do jump over to Empower, which will have the latest purchases or latest position from our portfolio from this past week, so let's go ahead and jump over there. All right, guys, so we're here at Empower on my Schwab account. You click on this green button, it's called Copy Holdings. Click on it. This actually copies the content of my portfolio into the clipboard, which then we can jump back over, right click, paste special values only, and there we go. If we do look at the holdings, guys, this is an old snapshot of my portfolio from last week. When we go to portfolio tools and then you click update portfolio holdings, this will get wiped. It'll parse out the new stuff we just pasted. I do have tutorials for all this stuff again, guys, but let's go ahead and click on it, give it a second or two. It'll wipe everything, and if we can jump over here, see everything being calculated, and it looks like it's done. On the projected dividend yield, we're at 1.74% compared to last week of 1.75. That is because the market did actually go up. And then on the yield on cost, we're at 1.93% compared to 1.97%. We were purchasing some more equities. And then on the yearly, guys, we are projected to make $4,197.98 compared to $4,160.42. On the monthly, guys, we are at $349.83 compared to $346.70. We did go up quite a bit, so I'm happy with that. And on the weekly, we are making $80.73 compared to $80.01. So we went up about 72 cents. So every week we are making 72 cents more. On the day, we're making $11.50 compared to $11.40. So we're making 10 more pennies every single day the portfolio is going. And then on the hourly, guys, on the hourly, we're making 48 cents compared to 47 cents from last week. So they did go up by 1 penny. And then, guys, on the hourly work wage, this is if our portfolio was to go work a 40-hour work week, they would get paid an hourly rate of $2.02, and then compared to last week of $2. So they did get a 2-penny raise. I guess they were doing such a great job. We're eventually going to try to get this to minimum wage. We'll see how long that takes, and that'll be a huge milestone when we do achieve it. So make sure that you stick around. Make sure that you're subscribed with the notification. We're going to continue coming back every single Sunday, see the portfolio grow, see the portfolio decline in value, but seeing us purchase a lot of great companies at a great deal. We'll see what happens with the market, the economy, but I will keep you guys updated. If you did stuck all the way to the very end, guys, go ahead and let me know by dropping a hashtag raises, because there are only 2 companies that maybe or maybe not raise their dividend or announce a dividend raise in the month of May. We'll see what happens, guys. I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Stay safe out there. Bye, guys.